Recording. Awesome. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for jumping on and for being on time. Hopefully more people will jump on as we go, but I want to be respectful of you guys' time. I'm aiming for around 30, 45 minutes max, but to give you time to ask questions here at the end without going too long, because I can just talk and talk and talk. But I do want to be able to share my screen with you. So here we go. Can y'all see that okay? Y'all just have to like tell me because I can't see you no more. All right, you guys. So our team is Team Gym Fit, and we're so excited that you're here with us, all right? So this is our mission statement that I have in our team page, is that our team is obviously made up of a bunch of individuals, but we're all working together towards similar goals, passions, dreams, and in order to be a coach, you know, you might come into this thinking of one thing, and it being to focus on your own well-being, your own health and fitness, or financially, whatever it is. But I promise you, your life, if you are serious about this and are invested in this, your life will change in every single way. At least it has mine. I'm going to mute y'all just because. But you can unmute yourself just so there's no background noise on the recording, okay? All right. So, but to know this opportunity and really anything in life that you do, you guys, it all comes down to your mindset and whether or not you truly believe in yourself and that you can conquer and succeed at anything that you are willing to work for. And that was what changed me so much, and I'm gonna go into that on this next slide here, of how my life has changed. So this is obviously me and my husband. This is actually when we very first started dating. We weren't married yet. But okay, so where I came from pre-Beachbody, if you don't know, you know, my backstory and where I came from. Okay, so to know that I'm doing a call with you guys right here is like mind-blowing. If you would have met me 5, 6 years ago, I am polar opposite, complete 180, 360, whatever the opposite direction is. I guess it's 180, right? So I became a coach in September of 2014. I just got married in August of 13. So we had that 1 year. And when I talk about this newly married, what bliss, you guys, like our marriage, the second it started, it was already like we were losing. And literally we were going to counseling. I was crying. I was making a fool of myself because I was like, I just don't know what to do. It was so hard. And we never, ever had that bliss. But again, I knew that something had to be done, and it had to start with me because I was so unhealthy mentally. I was depressed. I was anxious. I was working as a full-time nurse. And I don't know how many of you are in the healthcare field, but nursing, it's rewarding, but it's stressful, and it's not something to go into for money because you don't get paid for the liability that you're actually doing. So I was working a lot of overtime. I was working night shift. I felt like I was run over by a dump truck every single day. And in the beginning, me and my husband knew that we wanted a big family. And I knew that by working those long 12 and 16-hour shifts, that was not what my passion was. I've always had the heart for helping others, hence what I do now. But it was something missing, you know, and then I was financially stressed as that we were doing that paycheck to paycheck. We were doing the paycheck to 5 days before paycheck. Paycheck came and we're like, pay off this, and this. And we're like, holy crap, we got $10 for the week. What are we going to do? I've always been into fitness my whole life. I lived in the gym, but I was also a stress eater. So I was that type of person that was like, okay, I'm going to go work out, and now I'm going to go reward myself with pizza and donuts, because y'all know I love donuts. But, and it just, I never saw the effects. Well, I could feel it some from the endorphins from the working out and stuff, but I was all wrong mentally. I had no confidence. I had no purpose, no belief, no love for myself or the value to see what it was worth to invest in me and better myself. So I was just a people pleaser. And I hate confrontation. It's awful, but I was always just wanting, and no matter what it did to me mentally, emotionally, time-wise, you know, I was running myself into the ground, burning the candle at both ends, trying to please everybody else. And that's what led me into that deep, dark hole of depression and anxiety. Okay, so once I got to this point of September, I was actually studying to become a personal trainer because I was like, oh, I love fitness. But yet that wasn't fixing the problem that I wanted to be home with my family. I wanted to be present with my husband. We wanted to start a family and just go into the gym and stuff. And again, that wasn't fixing the feeling of being a stress eater. You know, personal trainers only are able to focus on one thing, and that is the fitness. You know, you have to be certified in other areas like the nutrition aspect. But with coaching, we don't have to do that, and that's what I'm going to dig into. So that's just a little bit about my history. So what is coaching? There are so many preconceived notions and myths and no telling what you've all heard. So I just want to kind of level that playing field for you guys. So we're going to help other women or men, depending on your brand, your target market. Some people just love all women, some connect with men. And I do have a few men on my team, but 90 to 95% is women is who I can connect with because we can relate to each other better emotionally. So, you know, we have to first focus on us, our own health and fitness, so that we can then be the best for others around us. Okay. Yes, we are a direct marketing business, an MLM, okay? So we do sell products. That is part of what we do. But if you go into it with that mindset of, oh, I'm not a salesperson, you're already setting yourself up, you know, to fail. So it's not about that. You have to focus on, we are helping others. We are sharing a gift. And I don't know if y'all are involved with other MLMs, and major props to some of them. I'm a customer for some of them, but most of them are. They're just selling you a product, and then that's it. You know, you use it, you love it, or you don't. They're not in the relationship building business as we are. So yes, coaching is hard, you guys. So I'm going to tell you that straight up front. It takes work and it takes effort, but it is the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life, because there are so many things going on behind the scenes, such as running challenge groups, doing mentorships. If you're building a team and signing new coaches, then it's an ongoing process of so much stuff that the outside world doesn't see. So, I mean, not saying that that's a requirement, but if you want to build a business and provide an extra source of income for your family, then that is an essential step of that process. So, and again, going back to the selling mindset, you guys, if you're telling yourself right now that you're not a salesperson, you're lying to yourself, because statistics show that you actually become a salesperson at the age of like 18 months. You're begging your mom for some candy in the store. You know how to throw a temper tantrum just to get their attention. That's selling, you guys. So it's all in the way you think of it. Whether you tell somebody, oh my God, this book or this new movie is amazing, you have to go see it. Or this new restaurant just opened up, you have to go, it's so good. You're selling. So that's the same thing, but you're telling your story. You know, you're leading from the front, you're sharing, this is what I found, this is what's changed my life, and I'm so excited to share the opportunity for it to change your life too. So again, it's that mindset shift. And the last part there is truly, seriously, think about it. How many jobs do you know of that encourage you to put yourself first? And I put nada, like not any, unless you know of some, then share it, please do. But like as a nurse, you know, you would think being in the healthcare field, they encourage you to, you know, share health and stuff to keep these patients outside of the hospital. But yet they're running you into the ground. You're working these 12-hour shifts. You're barely getting any breaks. So you're eating crap and drinking sodas because you're tired trying to get through the shift. It's like crazy. But no, being a coach truly starts with you sharing your story, you know, and being a product of the product, which I'll get to in a minute. So that's just a quick little glimpse into what is coaching. And again, I'm trying to get through all this material, so at the end, please, you guys, ask questions. What it is not. One of the misconceptions is that Beachbody or being a coach is a pyramid scheme. So let's clear that up. Yes. Okay, so it does resemble a pyramid or a Christmas tree if you think of it like this. You got the star on top, you know, and then all the ornaments and everything coming down. So say, you know, I'm your upline, and then I place you, and then you, and then you, so that everybody like falls but it is not a pyramid scheme. Any pretty much business where you start with the boss, the employees, whoever's under them, it's all set up the same. But pyramid schemes are actually illegal, you guys. It's when you're guaranteeing something, but you're like not giving anything in return. So like what I wrote here, you're asking somebody to buy into something with nothing in return, or you're saying, give me so much money to sign up, and then you're guaranteed this money back. So you're like promising them something that they're really not going to get. And I just want to be straight up front right here, right now. There is an income disclaimer with Beachbody, the coaching process, that there is no level of success, income. It is not guaranteed. It is dependent on each person's own diligence, hard work, and skill. So you are your own boss. It's scary, it's hard, but it's so rewarding. You get to choose how fast, how slow that you want to run your business. It's pretty incredible. Okay, so what it is not continued. Okay, so this is just an example of the whole pyramid scheme thing. With Beachbody, you could actually sign up as a coach for $40. That's our coach initiation fee, but I'm going to talk more about that here in just a little bit. So, but when you just sign up for that, you are not getting yourself any products or anything like that. So your upline would get nothing from that. So I do not encourage somebody to start with that, just because I think it's a waste of money, sorry, when you can get a challenge pack and actually have that whole $40 waived. So, and again, my success, or whoever the coach that invited you here, it truly depends on your success. It's amazing that it's a team effort, although again, take it back to you are responsible for your own success, but together we can help each other grow, and that's a beautiful thing. So this is why we run mentorship programs and limit the number of people we let in, so that we can work more closely one-on-one to best meet you where you're at. If you want to run, then you better believe I'm going to run with you, but I'm not going to push my wants, my dreams on you. I want what's best for you and your lifestyle right now, and there's different seasons of life that you're going to go through, and that is completely okay, and we're going to be with you every single step through that. What's amazing about being a coach is different than a lot. I know a lot of MLMs, there's all these big upfront costs, or you're required to sell so much product, or you have to stockpile all this product in your house. Guess what? You don't have to do any of that being a coach. It's pretty amazing. So there's no requirements to sell. Again, no hidden fees. The only requirement you have as a coach is a $15.95 monthly business fee, and that will start after your first 30 days. What that $15.95 covers is all the shipping and handling of products. We have a customer service department that takes care of all of that. So again, you're not hoarding it all in your house and trying to get rid of it and sell. No, you don't have to do any of it. You're just like the middleman, encouraging them, sharing the products with them. You help them get signed up, and then, Beachbody takes care of all of that. So heck yeah, you better believe I'm willing to pay $15, $16 a month for them to take care of all the hard work. Plus it gives us a subscription to Success Magazine, which is pretty cool. You cannot get enough PD, which is one of our vital behaviors as well. What do we do? Speaking of vital behaviors, so we have 4. I have 5 personally. So number 1 is called invite, which freaks most people out, to be honest. So a better way to think of it is connect. Because again, we are in the relationship building business. You guys, we are developing trust. Some of my best friends are on this call right now, and we've met maybe once in person or never met, but truly it's a sisterhood that we form, and it's an amazing thing. The proof of the product is number 2. Again, this comes back to you being a storyteller. You can't expect somebody to buy into something if you yourself are not doing it. Number 3 is personal development. This goes back to mindset. If you're not believing in yourself, if you don't see the value in yourself, in this company, in the products, then you're not going to be successful. For months in the beginning, I was like, oh, I hate to read. And I didn't. And I would be like burnt out. And now I'm such a nerd when it comes to personal development. Like, I love mindset, leadership, stuff that's going to fuel me to better me, to make me a better wife, a better coach, a better friend, just all in how you wake up and start your day. You can easily turn on the news and it be something negative, or even social media, unfortunately. But that's where we step in and we spread that light to the positivity against all the negativity that's already out there. And number 4 is recognition. That's just shouting out your challengers, your teammates, for their hard work that they're putting in, whether it be their non-scale victories or weight loss, or they signed their first customer coach. There's so much, you guys, to recognize, and just that pat on the back feels so good. Daily task of what do coaches do. Again, running challenge groups. I just changed things up this week in my team page after 4 years, and I was like, trying to show up in all these different groups, and I was like, you know what? I'm like here, there, but no, I'm all in on this one new group, and I'm so excited, and I think the group is excited once I told them last night, so I love feeling that excitement in there so that we can run together. When we're doing amazing things, share that, pat yourself on the back. When you're struggling, so often people, that's just when they turn into a recluse, and they hide out, and they stop showing up. So it's like, I know, they're struggling, but everybody does at some point in time. And so just owning that and be like, look, I'm on the struggle bus right now, and that's when we're going to pour into you. These challenge groups, our team page, they are not a judgment zone, you guys, but we are there to love and support you every single step of the way, to be real and relatable and share what's helped along our journey. Invite other people to join you every single day, again, in sharing your story, supporting the clients behind the scenes and your teammates, as we talked about, growing in your business knowledge. That goes back to, doing webinars like these. So we have team calls and national wake-up calls every Monday. There's just so much free resources that the team and Team Beachbody provide to help you grow personally and as a coach. Again, working on yourself, leading from the front, inspiring others. Be true to who you are. Be real. Be relatable. Don't try to be me. Don't try to be anybody else on this call. That's what's amazing, is you can be successful in your own way. It might be us doing totally, completely different things, but that's what's beautiful about it, is it's not cookie cutter. It's not like you have to do this, 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 and this. No, you choose. And it's pretty cool. Tracking your business, your progress. Like with our workouts, we have trackers. With our business, we have what's called the BAT, the Business Activity Tracker. I've even created team ones. I use a digital one called Teamsy. There's so many different ways. You just simply choose what's best for you and your lifestyle. And then being consistent, showing up every single day, even when it gets hard. So when I first started, I was still working as a nurse full time, so I had very limited time. I would literally sacrifice so much sleep. And I know that's not healthy, but I knew short term I couldn't focus on that. I was looking at the long-term gain of what coaching would do for my family. And within 4 months, I was able to leave my nursing job. Again, insert that legal disclaimer there. I jumped in 2 feet forward because I knew that I had to save my marriage, I had to save myself, and something had to be done, and it had to start with me. So I would get off from working 12 to 13 hours, and I would stay up. And if y'all know me, y'all know I'm very much a grandma now. Like, I go to bed like 8 or 9 o'clock, but I would stay up to like 1 in the morning and have to be up by 4 to get in my workout and then go work another 12-hour shifts. But you know what? I kept my eye on the prize, and I knew this is just a temporary fix, because I know what is to come if I really dig my heels in and work hard to better my family's future. So now I work full-time as a coach. Honestly, it's harder because you have to be very strict with your time. There's so many distractions. You got to be like, if my house is dirty, I'm like, oh, I got to clean that, But, setting timers, putting your tunnel vision on, turning off your notifications, which is so hard. But so your phone's not going off, your computer's not going off, the TV, everything. There's so much white noise. So just turn it out. Focus, work from a list, and don't overwhelm your list. Have 3 things that you have to get done, and then if you do that, then fine. Have a another set that, hey, this is things I want to do. Okay, so if you get done with things you know you have to do in order to grow yourself and your family and your business, then do those first. Again, to be a storyteller, I've hit on that time and time again. It all starts with you sharing your story. The fun part. So bring on those objections, y'all. We've all had them. I've had them. You've had them. I know you have. So here we go. All right. But I'm not at my goal weight yet, so no one wants me to be their coach. When I first started, I was not either. I'm still not. You should set those goals, those landmarks along the way, but truth be told, we are all a constant work in progress, or at least I hope you are. Because when you start settling, that's when you're going to start losing. So when you reach one goal, you keep fighting, you dig deeper, you push yourself even harder. So nobody wants perfection. Nobody relates to perfection. It's not real and it's not relatable. People want to know, hey, I'm just getting started. I'm excited. Week 1, holy crap, I lost 3 or 4 pounds. You're sharing that and you're like, oh, what are you doing? I want to join. And then you lock arms and you do it together. You are inspiring them to make that lifestyle change alongside you as you do it together. Okay? Again, that kind of goes with the second one. I'm just getting started on my journey. Even better, share it so that you hold yourself accountable. Still, 4 years in, I can promise you there's days I'm not motivated. Motivation is so overrated. I talk about it all the time. It comes back to knowing your why, knowing why you're here, and being disciplined in that. And when you know, hey, they're expecting me to show up today, whether it be in our group, on my page, then it holds you accountable by sharing and then being able to have that opportunity to invite others to do it with you. I don't have the knowledge or skill set. I dang sure didn't. I knew nothing. I jumped in, clueless, scared to freaking death. But I was determined nonetheless. I said, whatever it takes, and I would turn on YouTube, tons of free resources on there, and I had notebooks after notebooks where I just wrote and took notes, and which is good. To be a sponge, you have to be coachable, but more importantly, as you learn, you have to be willing to fail forward, because if you're soaking in all that knowledge until you implement and take action, none of it means anything, you guys. So you have to be willing to get messy, to get outside of your comfort zone, to be vulnerable. And if you fall flat on your face, so what? We're here to help you get back up, and we're going to go that much harder round 2. Okay, so I'm not a social media expert. This is funny because when I first started, I was one of those stalker status. Like, I would just watch what everybody else is doing, but never did I post. I would, again, this goes back to having no confidence. I wouldn't take pictures of myself. I would avoid it at all costs. So the last thing I was going to do would be posting on social media. I didn't even have an Instagram account, so now I have 33,000 followers 4 years later because I built that up from ground zero. So whether you have 5, 10, 400 friends and followers, it's okay. Start with where you're at. I don't want to be a salesperson. I already talked about this. Everybody's a salesperson, but it's all in how you look at it in storytelling, sharing. This is my experience and what has helped me. And when you make that emotional connection and build that relationship and connect with them, makes all the difference, you guys. So it's all in how you go into it, looking at it. I don't have, these last 2 are my favorite because I don't have the time. Well, guess what? If you've been on a call with me before, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. You have the ability to choose how you spend your time. We are all busy, you guys. But when we plan it out, and if you, seriously, if you tell yourself that you don't even have 30 minutes for yourself a day, you are setting yourself up to burn, and because you have to fuel your own fire, fill your own cup in order to be the best for everyone else. And it took me learning the hard way to experience that, constantly going and doing. I think as women, naturally, we are caretakers. We want to provide for everybody. We want to make everybody happy. But if we're not happy with ourselves, I promise you, they can see it, they can feel it in everything we say and do. Even if you're texting, they can feel your passion or your enthusiasm or lack thereof. So you have to take care of yourself, and I promise you it's a compound effect, either negatively or positively, and you have the choice to choose which direction you want to go. So you are worth the time, you are worth the investment. You just have to be willing to make the time for what matters. And I don't have the money. Okay, this is a hard season. We are in the holiday season, but you know what? Again, this is going to come back to, and this is really tough, but I'm a tough love type person, so I say this purely out of love, you guys. Every decision that we've made up to this point put us exactly where we are, okay? But the beautiful thing about that is you also have the power to change that at any given point. As again, I said, we lived that paycheck to paycheck, even paycheck to, we got a whole week before we get paid again. Lord help us. You know, it's a struggle, but it does not have to be that way. I'm not telling you money's going to rain from the sky overnight. Lord, I'm not saying that. This takes hard work. It takes time. It takes commitment and disciplining yourself and leaning in and trusting the process, you guys. But I promise you, if you're willing to do that, it will change your life. Just this past week, if y'all didn't see my stories yesterday, I made a major investment in my business. This is not a time for a big investment with the adoption and the holidays and everything. But I saw the big picture, and I knew that I had to do it in order to grow myself and prepare myself for when that time comes, when our kid comes. And I want to be able to spend that quality time with my family and not spend so much time working. But then they're still having all these moving pieces, as I'm still with my family. So you just have to know what your purpose is, why you're willing to do it, what it's going to take to get there, and then just go for it. Trust the process and trust yourself. Okay, so talking about money, let's talk about the reverse end. Okay, so getting started. You know how I said earlier is $39.95 a coach fee? Well, a lot of you probably heard the term challenge pack flown around if you've talked to me or one of the other coaches on here. Okay, so that is hands down the absolute best way to get started. Why? Because it sets you up for success. You get your nutrition, you get your fitness, you get your support. Okay, so there's tons and tons and tons of challenge packs. But I can promise you right now, and I'm saying this because I want the best for you, this is the absolute best time you can get started because Beachbody has current promotions that they've never ever had. If you are a current BOD member, Beachbody On Demand, you can get that all access plus your first month's supplies, Shakeology, plus your containers, your portion control containers, plus your shaker cup, plus that $40 coach bundle that's waived for $140, you guys. Like, that's insane. You're saving more money than what you're spending. And if $140 that it freaks you out, because trust me, I'm getting hot up in here. But let me break that down a little bit more for you. What you're getting, annual Beachbody On Demand access is usually $99 alone, okay? Shakeology alone as a customer is usually $129.99 for a month, okay? Your containers, I don't know, close to $10. A shaker cup is $7. I don't know what the math is. We're at what? 130, 150, 160, 260. And we're asking you to pay $140 right now. Literally, you're saving $120, like literally half off, 50%. That's $2 a week for your workouts, access to hundreds of programs that they're constantly adding to, plus your meal plans. And then your Shakeology is less than $4 a day. Actually, that's customer price. As a coach, you don't even pay that because you'll see right there. You get 25% off everything after your initial order because you're already saving so much money with a challenge pack. Anything after that initial purchase, you instantly start earning 25% discounts on all of your products. It's pretty crazy, including swag, clothes or any of the product, performance line, programs, everything in the Team Beachbody store. If you're already a challenger, how does that work? Say you've already signed up as a challenger with a challenge pack, then all you would do is you would pay that $39.95 fee. But since you recently purchased a challenge pack, if that's the way you signed up, then that money actually can be reimbursed to you within 2 business days. So the conversion is actually free. You would get that full money back. But that's only if you've purchased a challenge pack. Okay, if you're already a challenger that's a BOD member but doesn't have Shakeology or the nutritionals, then we have what's called completion packs. And your coach can talk to you more about that, and it's just adding in all that stuff, your Shakeology, your coach kit, and all that kind of stuff, but you already have BOD, so that wouldn't be included. Military, if you or your spouse are in the military, That $15.95 business fee I talked about, it is waived. You don't pay it. So then you have no monthly requirements. I mean, hopefully, if you're serious about building your business, you're going to stay on the nutritionals, whether that be Shakeology or whatever, because you're leading from the front and you're investing in yourself and your business and sharing that with others. But then, yeah, you don't even pay the $15.95. So, and I think they've changed it now to where in the sign-up process, we used to have an extra form that you would submit. I think it's included in the initial sign-up. We already talked about the 25% discounts, how to earn. I'm not going to go too in-depth because it could get crazy. Commissions. So initially, as a new coach, most of the bulk of your income will come from retail. That's the stuff that you sell. But as you're building your own team and say you sign 2 personally sponsored coaches, you become what we call as an Emerald coach, you're eligible to start earning team cycle bonuses. So again, all that Christmas tree, that volume that you're building on each side, you're cycling and you're earning more money. And that's where that if you're continuing to add and grow your team, you'll be amazed every single year. It's like a continuous raise. Like not even every year, it can be month, depending on how fast you grow your business is up to you. Quarterly bonuses is once you get on up there, you have the ability to earn some additional money on top of everything else you earn. So there's truly a ton of different ways to earn, and I don't want to get into that. Just know starting off, it will be on you helping other people get started to join you initially. Taxes, if you make over $600 in a year, then yes, we get the 1099 form. But I've always freaked out over that kind of stuff, like when I first started, but it's been amazing because there's so much you can count. Your workout clothes, your Shakeology, everything that you buy from the store, any advertisement, your mileage. There's so much stuff that you can count on your taxes. And then they do offer pro insurance if, that was a curiosity thing that you have going on. I don't know too much about it, but there are resources because I'm on my husband's insurance. But okay, so then to now, my recap. When I first started, struggle, bus, anxiety, depression, and I didn't even mention my husband was anti-beach. Like, he literally told me, whatever, do what you got to do, sign up, but I don't want to hear a single thing about it. And I would be working out and he'd be eating ice cream just like out of spite. But I'm stubborn too, so we would just like be bashing heads. But he saw that I wasn't backing down. I wasn't giving up. He saw me changing from the inside out. And when we left our first event, Coach Summit, which is our annual event, coming back up in July, you have to go. That's what I was talking about, is my 5th vital behavior. He was like, wow, this is for real. And I remember I was like crying. I was trying to hold it back. I didn't want him to see me, but like it meant so much after those first few months of just going so hard and struggling without having his love and support, but knowing that I had this team kept me going every single day. And then he came around, and I promise you guys, he is my #1 supporter now. He respects this business. He knows we're extremely blessed for what it's done for our family and what we know it will continue to do. So it's grown us in our marriage. I can't even explain it. He is my best friend and my #1 supporters, and I'm so grateful for that. As I mentioned, I was full-time, overworked, stressed, depressed, to now a full-time coach, wife, and soon-to-be mommy, which y'all know we're in the adoption process. So it's always been a dream of mine to be a work-at-home mom, because I'm not going to be that mom that's going to miss out on those first steps and, going to ball games or ballet recitals. No, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be that obsessive person, but being able to still provide for their every need is that's my dream. And it's coming true. Financially stressed. In 4 years, we paid off over $10,000 in debt. We just recently moved 4 months ago, but at our old home, we had to pay off an air conditioner, a septic tank. Like, there were so many things. We went through infertility treatments for months. It's crazy expensive. We've been able to stay on top of our adoption funds, all because of this business. Like, it's truly changed our life in every single way. Gym junkie, I still like the gym. It's awesome, but it's expensive. It takes time to drive there. Sometimes I like to stay in my workout clothes. Sometimes I don't like to wear shoes. Sometimes I like to grunt and holler and moan. And so working out at home is the best. It saves us time, it saves us money, and I can act and look a fool if I want to. Stress eater, still working on that. But Shakeology, I'm a sweets. That's my thing. Donuts, y'all know. But Shakeology, totally helps. And it helps in the fact that it reduces my cravings, but also it's flushing out those toxins so that when I do still occasionally eat those crap, because let's be real, nobody expects perfection. We're still going to have those cheats and such, but it helps flush out those toxins. No confidence too. I truly am so grateful for the love that I have for myself now and the confidence that I built through this opportunity and investing in myself. No purpose, living a life full of purpose, and I know that 100% without a shadow of a doubt, I'm living my calling and what God wants me to do. So super blessed by that. Living by everyone else's standards, again, I'm living my own life by design. So why join this team? We are a team of women and a few men, as I mentioned, who desire to see each other succeed. Like, truthfully, if you're like, I want you to succeed even more than me. Like, that would mean the world to me, because I know that you're providing for your family and doing amazing things. You're changing from the inside out. We're not here to compete each other. You might hear that the market is oversaturated because there's 450,000 coaches, but guess what? There's over 2 billion people that are struggling with diseases, and obesity, or living paycheck to paycheck. So I promise you, it is not oversaturated. There are people that need us to step up, to reach out to them and help them change their life and know that there is a different way. So there's plenty of room for success, and we actually want that for you. As we, the more successful you are, the more successful we are as a team. We're willing to help you every step of the way. There's trainings after training. They're free to you. You don't have to pay for any of the trainings. Team Beachbody provides them. The team provides them. Know that we're here for you. You are not alone. We're not going to sign you up and then be like, all right, bye, do your thing. No, we're here together to love and encourage you every single step of the way. And I'm not saying I know everything, but I'm saying that we'll learn together. I'll bend over backwards to help. If you ask a question, I'll be like, oh, I don't know, but we'll figure this out, I love this bottom part. Let this sink in. If you're thinking, I don't know, I hope, I wish, if you're using that terminology, you're already setting yourself up for success, or not success, for failure. You have to tell yourself, dang it, I know this will work because I will work. I'm willing to put in the work that it takes. Don't hope, don't wish. No, you do. You claim your victory. So what happens when you sign up? You're going to get an email from Team Beachbody with the first 30. Watch that video, and it kind of tells you this is what you do in your first 30 minutes, your first 30 days, all that good stuff as a new coach. I'm going to send you a welcome email. Then we have a 5-step new coach training process, and it is self-paced. So if you're ready to rock and roll, as soon as you get them turned in, I'm sending them back. If you need a little more time, that is completely okay too. It's whenever you're ready, so that you go at your pace and you don't feel overwhelmed. Feeling overwhelmed is a choice, so don't allow it. Then we're going to have a one-on-one getting started right call after you've completed the new coach training to best set you up for success, talk about your goals, set an action plan, and taking those daily steps and knowing what has to be done to get to where you want to be. Your goals, not my goals, your goals. Okay, we have weekly team calls every Monday. Oh, this Monday is going to be good. As I said, I just made a big investment. It's going to be on Instagram training because I love Instagram. Hustle hours that's what we call our power hours, where we just get on little webinars like this, but we're like actually working, and we're like inviting and doing fun things together. And then accountability calls we just started on Wednesday mornings, where we share our weekly goals, because sometimes we think about 30 days or a year and it's like, oh, that's freaky. But when we break it down to weekly, it helps so much. And again, we're going to be there with you every step of the way. All right, so I want you, if this is anything, you're going to reach out to the coach that invited you, pick your challenge pack, how you feel that you will best benefit, because I know I mentioned the All Access Pass, which is the most common one, but there's To Be Mindset. If you're a stress eater, it's been really good too, and then you get plugged in when you're ready. So I want to stop my screen sharing. I want to open this up. I want to unmute y'all. Or you can unmute yourself. Does anybody have any questions? I'm unmuting you. So let's not make this awkward, okay? I want y'all to ask questions, okay?
Right.
I'll even pause.